Valorant, a game full of action, strategy, and MILFs. Wait, what? Not MILFs, money. Action, strategy, and money. Valorant is something that takes a lot of practice to get good at, and quite frankly, I suck at it. So that is why today I will be hiring people to teach me how to be good at Valorant. I expect to go from my rank of Bronze 3 to at least Immortal after this video. If you don't know, that's a pretty big jump, but I think we can do it. So I searched for hours to find the perfect coaches to coach me in Valorant, analyzing every detail, what rank they were in, the price, and I decided on 3 coaches. One at the price of $15, another for the cheap price of $5, and one more at the expensive price of $20. At this rate, with 3 different coaches, I should be a professional by the end of the video. Alright, it's been a few days. I have received all of my orders. There's just one problem. I apparently didn't know what I was ordering, and from 2 of the people, I just received Microsoft Word notes. Like, I paid them to just type on notes of what I did wrong and right. I don't think that's what I paid for, but that's what I received. So yeah, that was the $5 and $15 one where I just received documents. So I'm hoping that this $20 one is good. After getting scammed, I feel like my rank has gone down from bronze to iron. Now it's time to react to my coach's review.
Be careful of your crosshair placement.
I knew crosshairs. It's gonna come up a lot. My crosshair placement is not good.
Someone could have walked up, but then like you readjust it when you're about to peek. So that's what I mean by working on your crosshair placement.
That makes me feel a little bit better, because I didn't think my crosshair placement was that bad. I knew it wasn't great. I'm a bronze player after all. But when I do stop peeking an angle, my crosshair placement goes down. So right here, he explains why the trip is so good for defense and why I need to start buying it. But I just want to say, I already feel like my rank's going up. I'm kind of reaching up to the silver level, I think. He really likes the trip. I knew this was going to come up too. Comms. I think I might have said it earlier, but comms and bronze are non-existent. Sometimes when nobody's comment, I don't want to comment because I don't want to be the only guy to say something in the chat.
Another general rule for crosshair placement is the closer you're towards the angle that you're holding, hold it a bit wider, because when players run across your screen, it will look super fast, giving you less time to react.
I know this guy's a Radiant player, so it's obvious to say this, but he really knows his stuff. He's actually a really good coach. He's helping me out a lot. I'm gonna actually like watch this in the future if I have a bad game to kind of reference stuff.
But notice every time you crouch, you drop your crosshair. It becomes a bad habit when you crouch so much.
This is a big problem for me.
You could have gotten a headshot here, for example. But since you crouch, and especially when you're spraying, you're not going for 4 bullets in the body.
He just pointed out one of my biggest problems is when I do start spraying, I crouch. I have so many times in games where I have kills without headshots. It's just 4 bullets because my crosshair, I crouch and move my crosshair. He pointed out one of my biggest flaws right there. I appreciate that.
One thing is positioning. You played in the same position 4 rounds in the room.
I think I played the same position the entire half. Next, he actually loads up a private game to show me different trip spots all around the map. This was extremely helpful, and I think I'm going from silver to gold. We're slowly moving up the ranks. I appreciate all these trip spots because I do not use the trip enough when I play chamber.
So you don't really use your trip.
He tries to say it so nice without being like mean about it. But yeah, I do not use my trip.
But this is a bad buy here.
If this is a bad buy, I do this all the time. I buy a Marshall and a Shorty whenever we have like a save round. I do it every time.
So you're not using your trip at all. This is the 7th round that you're playing. I don't think you use your trip at all. Nice. Don't reload out in the open like this, because they could come short.
Crosshair is still so bad.
And you have 18 bullets.
I need to notice this mid-game, bro. My crosshair is actually still so bad. Another round, I'm not going to use the trip.
Again, you don't have a trip. Place a trip.
The trip, bro. He said it so many times. Valorant's definitely a game that takes a while to get good at and to get your brain like thinking about the game all the time. So if you're going to get into Valorant, don't expect to be very good right away. Your aim could be good, but the game's something that kind of takes a while to get a hang of. Once again, right here, he tells us to buy the trip. But I think if I do that, I can go all the way from gold to diamond. Just skip plat. The trip is the biggest thing I've gotten from this video because I actually have not used it one time. I haven't used it a single time. I actually do use it sometimes. I mean, I don't use it every round, but I do use it sometimes. But in this particular game, I didn't use it one time.
I'm sorry if I'm being rude.
Aw, he's not being rude. This guy's actually the biggest help out of all of them. After watching and studying this VOD, I can proudly say I have gone from bronze to immortal in one video. Thank you. You don't have to cheer that much. 3 main things that I learned that I need to work on: crouching, crosshair placement, and placing my trip. I think it was actually angering him so much that I wasn't placing my trip. This was really good for me. I'm about to go play some Valorant so I can try to put this into reality, and hopefully I get better. Anyways, this video will wrap it. If you want to see another Valorant video, let me know.